Hello and welcome. Yes, I am. This is my second talking episode. I did a silver run earlier, and now I'm doing a Romboz with talking. Still a bit croaky, but I am. Yeah, I'm managing. Right, get the harvest done. We did the field. It's on second growth stage. That's right. We've got that final top up of our weeding. We've got released that header because I thought it would skint us totally. Remind myself what is on sales, even though I know I've seen it, but I cannot for the life of me. I was debating about the John Deere. It is a good price, especially with it being a no-till as well. But it's, we're alright actually. With us doing our cultivating with multiple tractors malarkey, I was also debating about the Reich. But I thought, for what we've got, actually what we've got is not bad. Right, this is its weakness. It's not very good at self-unload, so we need to go grab that. It's the biggest we've got. Those others are in silage type. Oh, no, we don't need you. No, yeah, it's the new one. That's reminding me, yes. Yeah, very much. So we have two quite large tractors, which is quite in a remarkable place. We don't really need, but I thought, that you can never not. But that... I don't know if this one can as well, but both got 3 points as well. This is an invisible one that I don't like, pretending it has got a 3 point, whereas that one has got a 3 point. So yeah, two big tractors. We are, that's slow, but then it's not supposed to be. So we can go for some larger equipment. Not that we really need it, but options. So this harvester has in the past not unloaded very well, so we shall see. I've made sure the self-unload is on. I'm going to go into a time lapse. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I'm still not 100%, so I'm trying to keep my talking to a minimum. But yeah, I'm not sure how its self-unload will be. Also, I want to do something with the farmyard in the middle. Like design it a little bit, but we might need to take a bit. And also we've got, I'm seriously wondering what we do, whether we buy one of these fields actually for the land, or partially. So what I'm thinking is, if we look at the combination, I'm thinking of buying field 6, but stealing in between our original field, because there's quite a big path in the middle, and a bit of 4, and actually making a lot of 6 into let's just move this onto here now. The start point is there, so they have travel lines. So let's just put this here and give it every chance, and we're going to have a wander to see about field 6, or there is 16. Both of them. If we look, also got to be have flat bits, which this has got flat bits here. Let's have a check out on this one. This has got a nice flat bit here as well, so we could make use of. We would have to take the fence down again like we have done on there. I was originally planning this because it is sort of, this would be the centre of all 3 fields, truthfully. So if we could open this up, we might tweak the fields a little bit to make this into quite a large sort of central hub, really. Over the Let's Plays that I've done, I must admit I actually quite like that, and it's the one thing I love about Start From Scratch over a traditional thing, is the fact you can design your... And I've done a lot of trials on Western Wilds and other things like that over the months to know that not all of my ideas work, but they do. It is true. It's that hub, the centre of the wheel. It really does make things easier. I know I've quoted my old geography teacher quite a few times, but it is true. Location, 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 and it's as true in a farming game. Distribution networks, it truly is. Right, how are we doing? 36%. And then what are we doing with this? Let's have a quick look at our production, shall we? And we'll do it let's have a look. What are we doing now? We're not making any bread. Now this time, we're going to make oat flour. We're going to go... I'm trying to, again, do no holes barred. I would like to get some animals. That's the other reason for wanting to buy that field. Some of it's going to be animals. The fields we've got don't really suit it. So I'm thinking we buy another field, and then we start to spread our wings a little bit. So I'm not going to... we could do bread, I suppose, thinking about it. We could go oat flour. and then sell bread. But I think we're gonna do, yeah, I've had problems with production selling directly. Never used to do it at the beginning. It really used to work perfectly well, but yeah, it's at the beginning of the game it really did in FS22. It was fantastic. It worked a treat. No, it's still coming, or yeah, no, that's fine. But recently, I ended atting them, and I'd got a lot of goods that would been on selling that hadn't sold. There was no reason why it wasn't, and I think was it Stone Valley that was even worse. Although that had a glitch. I think if you got two similar things, I think the Lortz, the Cafe, and the All-in-One production have some overlaps, and also I had the Red Barn, the Matana productions that also had two products that were the same but weren't the same, and I think it foxed the game a little bit. So yeah, so I think we shall sell some bread, but we'll do storing until we're ready, and we'll keep our eye on the price. Bread's not fantastic if I remember rightly, but it isn't terrible either. Let's have a look. Bread, it's not going to make us an absolute fortune, but as high as 3,000 in December. We could produce a few tons, yeah, because obviously the thing is that this does produce not bad on flour. It really doesn't. So if we stick that in, what else have we still got in here? Have we got any? No storage either. So we've obviously did sell everything. I think, yeah, we did, didn't we? We sold the oil, and then that is it. So 65%. It has got a big. I do love the size of the tank. For the size of the fields that we've got, that shouldn't be too bad on the fields we've got. I'm not sure about the corn side of things. That's the one thing I am going to say. Right, also, yeah. Oh no, I can't really do that at the minute. Yeah, I think we've got some silage still in, if I remember right. We have 44 tons. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the this harvest. Although I was on Silver Run, and I've got the additional straw mod on. Now, I have done on this, as we know, the straw from sunflowers was tremendous. Now, on a Giants map on Silver Run, I've got to be honest, the additional straw mod has been tweaked to the point it was almost useless. Now, looking at sunflowers and the stalks, the size of the stalks, if you could make straw in it, you would get a considerable amount, as we saw on this on Romboz. Now, we did get that properly. On a Giants map, though, the windrows were tinsy-wincy, like it had been really ramroded. I got 60 tons off of a field that you would normally get something like 200, 250 tons off, so it was really quite terrible. It really was. Now these are, yeah, I can see these are, but then this is a proper straw producing crop, so we'll do that. Are we going to sell that going now? We will, but we need to do, yeah, one thing at a time. We need to get the oats first, and although I suppose, no, we can stick those straight in there. So, that is true, do I? Well, we have our other tractor. Don't we just have the other one right behind us? Don't we just have that one already? Yeah, we can actually stick the... Mind you, we'll see if the self-unload works first, but I am going to go into a time-lapse now. We're going to do this. I'll probably do the straw as well, and there does look to be quite a bit. They're nice size windows, so I think we'll stick there. It's 15.6 metres, so that you won't do... It's bigger than our windrower, so those windrows are more than adequate. I'll do a bit of clean-up when that's finished. But we'll leave this here for now and see if it does self-unload, see if it's improved. I always have said as well, it's the size of the field, but this was particularly bad, even on the Western Wilds. When it stopped close to a trailer, it still never made any efforts. I don't think it ever did, or was it very rarely? So we shall see. We shall see what we see. So I'm going to say my words. We're going to do the straw. I'd like to get us to... October, November, when we're doing the corn. And as I say, yeah, what I was leading to on that was the fact that I'm unsure with the corn whether you do get straw on that. Yeah, I know we've bought that header as well for the let me have a look what it's called. My brain's still not as well. It's always a little bit, but Yeah, now what are we looking for? Yeah, we bought the slurry tank. Yeah, we're doing well. And we bought a tractor, so we're investing in equipment. That telehandler, although it appears is the shops, it really is. Right, now what am I looking for? What was I on about? I hate this when you like start waffling. Oh, it's in headers, isn't it? Forage. Oh, it's in there with that one. No, it's not. Is it under headers then? That's weird. So why is it under? Interesting. I don't know what that header would be under. Now, where is that other header? Forage harvest header, corn headers. Ah, of course we don't own the other one, do we? No. So yeah, here we go. Let's see. Moment of truth. I think it will just sit there because it always does. Yeah, it is the one weakness. I said, I mean, this was just a test to see if it is as bad as it ever was or has it improved, and it is not making any efforts to. It just sits there, which is its behaviour, and it is switched on in its settings. So yeah, we will go and manually unload it. As I said, it's for this map. If you needed a team, this would be a deal breaker, but to be honest, it can have a big header, so will serve us very well. I've told it to stop while unloading, so we yeah, this should be fine. What's anything? Right, we're gonna have to stop you because you're gonna damage my crop. Yeah, at least it's got a big tank as well. I like the twin screw. If I was to pick a favourite, I'd have to say the twin screw is my absolute favourite. It is, though, a very strange harvester. The only thing about the twin screw is it's got quite a slow unload rate, but it has got, is it 30-ton tank? So if you've got a team of 2 of those, there aren't many fields that you would need to do more than a single unload. So anyway, I did say I was going to go into a time lapse, so we know what we've got to do. Yeah, I'll be assisting this, although I think he'll probably finish the rest of the field now easily. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, there's going to be a lot of work in this next session, so I'm going to, even if this is a short one, I'll either make this into a bumper or, yeah, so I'm not going to say goodbye. I'll add that on the next one if it never works out like that, but I don't think there's enough for a full session. So we've got the grass to cut, we have this field to cultivate, and we can do that with a cup. I think with the last course we did, because it was smaller of the field, we'll do that. So we've got the 2 jobs to get going. Yeah, I'm really tempted with that, John. Ooh. Wow. That is tempting. Because now we've got that big tractor, it sort of falls spot on. Do you know, well, I'm going to do it. I am. And we're going to keep it orange as well. We are. That's the big one as well. Smashing. Right, okay, that is really amazing. So we're going to rip the fields with that. How big is that one? We may have to upgrade it. I think it was 310. So we will have a look. That's the last thing we're going to do on this. So yeah, in that case, change of plans. We shall rip that field up with that massive plough. That is going to make that kind of job now quite easy. I know we've got the little cultivators and teamwork, but if we've got a big tractor and we get a massive deal like that, that is tremendous. Now the other thing is, how much does the field cost? And I am thinking, I was looking at this on the map, I think 16 is more like it. If we're aiming for the centre, what is already the hub of our thing, it would be where the sheds are and the farm supplies production. Truthfully, I know we've got the BGA down that end, but we could go in the middle. I'm also thinking the BGA isn't really keeping up. I'm wondering if we should go for the bigger brother, but that is seriously, and it does run away with you, so I'm not sure whether we just ramp up other productions, truthfully, to I'm also, there's I'll show you. I suppose we could. If we're going to do it like that, let's have a look at this. Let's just have a look. In fact, yeah, we've got to be careful. No, if we're going to go for that big one, we've got to do 360. So that's going to 30 grand. If we're going to do it, let's not go off and then do 30 again. It's going to cost us 50 grand if we do it that way. Let's just go big straight away. Get it done with. And also... Ooh, yeah, let's do it. Right, so that's 81,000. How much do we need for the field next? I know it's more than that. I know it is. Oh no, that's not what I want at all. We want that, but it is the smaller. It is 175,000. Gordon Bennett. Wow. Yeah, some serious saving up to do. Yeah, I'd forgotten how it's, but yeah, it's about on par with 4, truthfully. So yeah, 16 I think it is then. Next, I did always say I don't want to go massive on this, but as I said, one of these fields is going to get swallowed up, or bits of these fields are going to get swallowed up by animals. Now field 6, that's pointy end. Oh, trouble, it's the wrong end of the field. We shall see. We shall. Yeah, in this next session we're going to literally get on with the grass, and we are going to pop and get that plough. I might do that off camera, can bring that ready, and yeah, that's upgraded and ready, and it's got its massive weight. So yeah, that should be fine now. 500 horsepower, and we've still got 81,000 in the bank. Yeah, and it's a 3-point back as well, so that's fantastic. Right, anyway, yeah, I think, I was going to do a test, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Right, let's save the game. And we're going to quickly, I might even add some money, because this is not going to stand. I did back this up earlier. Thank goodness for that. Right, yes, so we've saved it at that point. Let us have a look at, yeah, now this is Kevin that actually brought this one up, and I know I've mentioned on a few Let's Plays, but glory to those who actually have, I did have it in, I think, already, but I'd not really noticed it or not sort of looked at it. There was nothing special about it. I mean, as in, like, I'd not, yeah, not really used it. So if we have a look at this, and it has, I've looked at it in quite detail now on the Farm Sim Guy's channel, and yeah, he did warn about that. We need to, we're not in V mode, so yeah, and anyway, we're not really worried about it now, are we? Right, so it is, I would say it's by the door, but I might be totally wrong. Some are totally where you'd expect them to be, and others are totally not. So let's have a look, because this is always looking at it now, because it's not, it's totally over there. Right, so let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, it does show you on here what you get, which I think is fantastic. I love that. It's so realistic. I mean, you know, like, tongue-in-cheek, the fact that we don't need to go in the menu to look at it. So Stone and Water produces lime. We could already produce lime, but let's have a look at the recipe. Although I say that, let's have a look at the recipe, because this is the all-important thing. Yeah, now the lime, 50 and 100 produces 120, so you lose a bit of water, but which is free, and you gain 20. That's nothing special. 2,400 cycles a month, so that's 20. It's about 24 tons, or is it 200? It's a lot, but I know the Farm Sim Guy, Looney Farm Sim Guy, was really showing the big thing on this, which everyone straight away recognised. Again, we can make some money on this. This is what I was interested in, which is why I was looking at the manure. We've got slurry plus that plus 50. Now we haven't got slurry, we haven't got animals as of yet. Now I did say this on Silver Run in the last episode. If we've got 3/4 of that, that reminds me, we need to take some of that straw out of there, because we otherwise. Oh no, we still got some in the other one. If we stick some of that in that, I don't mind us buying slurry. I don't mind us doing that as a just as a means to an end, and we will get slurry. Then we go totally self-sufficient. If I'd got only one of them and I'd got to buy in 3, I wouldn't allow it. That's cheating. But in the flavour of the fact that you really could buy stuff in from other farmers, I'm going to allow that, because we've got 3/4 of that ourselves. That we will then obviously keep some, but also sell. I'd like to just go as well as we can. The big thing on this, that I don't know how much mineral feed is worth. Now that again was running away with it, but I think that'd be to sell. We've not, no need for mineral feed. I think it's if you're doing the maize plus. This though, this is the super duper, which is why I am now going to plant wheat. Yes, so that we can. Seriously, so you have got to put 50 seeds in yourself, so you'd keep some seeds back. Oh sorry, that's fertilizer. 50 fertilizers, which in other words you could do that yourself anyway with a recipe above. Yeah, we could make some of our own fertilizers, then we can do that plus the seeds, the wheat seeds, and pre-water. 75 plus 50 is 125, and my mathematics, that is an awful big multiplication, and one of the biggest thing, and also that's 2,400 cycles per month. So that is a lot. That is going to produce a stupendous amount, which we would obviously sell. Now I know seeds aren't worth a fortune, but the multiplication on that doesn't take a maths genius to actually work out. We're going to make some serious dosh if we do that. So yeah, right then, let's have a look. So we have. We'll buy some slurry, which we can't do at the minute. We've not got a sale point to do that, but there are plenty of them. We would allow that. Might even put a multi-fruit at the shop itself, if it'll let me place it. They're always funny about you placing things in the shop area, so we shall see. I think actually JM Gaming actually allows it in that shop area, I think. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Right, so we are looking for seeds. Have I gone past? Was that at the top? I don't think it was. Oh, it was. Sells for 2,000 per ton. Now that's not awful, not really. In fact, actually, that is really it's quite good when you consider what you would get for selling. Now, where can you? Who is interested in buying it? Maish, Farm Supplies Production, that's us, Grand Vow, Le Prelot, and Maish. Okay, so there are 3 sell points even on the map as stands that will buy seeds off us that we could sell for an absolute fortune. So I think, let's have a look at what you could sell wheat for. Is 500 not? I think it goes as high as 7. Yes, it does. 711 would be the max. So you're getting 3 times the amount almost. And right this minute, it's 4 times the amount for that sort of same thing. And also the multiplication means it's worth an absolute bomb. So yes. Not sure it's the only thing with things like that, it's a bit like the industrial BGA. You can find things overpower a let's play. We will play it, and if I find this overpowers the let's play to the point, there are some let's plays where this is going to come into its own. Now Silver Run, I'm wanting to do the boat making, and if I could, I'd really love to do the roller coaster, but the requirements are astronomical. You would need money coming out your ears. Now for that, this and the industrial BGA would be stupendous on that let's play. I've gone big on sheep this last session, got 400 and odd, well 360 sheep, and still got 300 and odd grand. I would like to go into cows as well, so again that would be stupendous because you've got slurry, we've got digestate, which I would now start to save if I knew I was going to do this, so that we've got all the things to do there. Now that, on that let's play, I wouldn't mind that running away. But on this let's play, if we do something like that and it runs away to that point, then I can buy a field next session and I can buy all productions the session afterwards. You've got to ask yourself the thing, are you removing the challenge from your game? So I might leave it for Silver Run because it fits Silver Run. I'm not sure it will ruin Romboz if we go. Oh my life, what on earth did that do at the back? Not that it's staying here, but Gordon Bennett, I'm glad it's not. Yeah, on this, on Romboz, I'm not sure it would overpower to the point that we'll finish the let's play in 4 more sessions because it's just going to pour money in like it's gone out of fashion. Even if we, I mean, if you've seen what digestate you've got on this, I mean, I was looking, it's 341 tons, and I think there's a lot in the BGA. Yeah, there's an easy way to do that. Have a look. Yeah, there is actually. This is true. Let's have a look in this. We have, yeah. Oh my life. 400 odd. We've got 800 odd tons. I mean, I know I'm not bringing the slurry yard in. I mean, again, that never overpowers a let's play to the point where it ruins it. I've never had that. Well, I ever thought that the slurry yard had ruined it. Otherwise, I wouldn't. The industrial BJ that we had on original Romboz, because of the size of Romboz, never ruined that. But it did ruin Westbridge Hills. It killed the let's play. I literally had got the storyline, and within one, I mean, don't get me wrong, we'd got the grass and that on hand, and normally it would take months and months to process that. Because that beast processes millions of litres a day, it literally produced millions of dollars in a session and killed the let's play. That's my dilemma as a content creator. How can I bring something like this in and keep it so that it's not dead, that I don't kill it next session? Again, Riverside, there's a lot to do on that, but again, you've got to be careful. So something like this is a bit like the industrial BGA, where it's absolutely poison. It's a lead bullet to a let's play. So I'm not sure. I'm not even sure whether the seeds alone, we've just seen the profit margin on that is tremendous. Now let's look at fertilizer. Again, it's not the same. That's not too bad. I mean, I could live with it if we say, right, we're not doing the seeds because it's just silly, or we're only doing a few tons for ourselves, because you'd do a ton and it would produce 1,800 tons. Just a little bit unbelievable, but nevertheless, that's what it says. So you could overpower your let's play straight away with just 1 ton of normal seeds, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean, these sort of recipes, 1,000 produces 100. I mean, that's awful. That's why I don't do that. It just cripples you. Yeah, I know you've often got a lot of digestate, but I don't want that kind of ratio. That is awful, but probably realistic. Where, you know, where if you've got too much, it's coming out your ears. Why not make your own fertilizer? But yeah, I mean, I've forgotten about that. It's yeah, again, 1,000 for 1,000. I produce. I mean, don't get me wrong, really, for wheat, which is quite a generous thing, that's still not bad, even a pure one. But again, you can see why that one would truly overpower 1,800 for that. That's just, yeah, stupendous. So let's have a look. Let's have a quick look at solid fertiliser and mineral feed, how much they would do for us. We could put limits on it just for sanity, because I think it would literally be silly, really. I think it would kill it, and that's my dilemma when you bring something like that in. I mean, yeah, I think this doesn't fluctuate a lot. No, it doesn't. It's not supposed to. It's a fairly... So 2008, we wouldn't be... well, again, yeah, well, you could run with it and see. I mean, the lime... Right, what's the other thing? Solid fertiliser and... What was the other thing? Mineral feed. That's right. Mineral feed. Is that the... I don't think it is. I think it's low. It's because it's an added one, isn't it? Mineral feed. Let's see if I can look, because I often miss these things. Not everything shows, does it? I found something on Attingham that didn't show, but did sell. Corn oil, donuts. Right. Things from the Platinum expansion. Yes, doesn't show, but again, we could try it, because if we do the sell everything mod, then to be honest, you can sell everything, you truly can, and that would produce... I can't get out, I didn't realise how uneven this field was, truthfully, to produce that kind of levelling problem. That is terrible. Anyway, it's not going to be here next time, and our money will be back up to what it should be, if I remember not to save the game, which I hope I don't. But yeah, so as much as this is fantastic for a content creator, it is, I think, poison or a lead bullet, truthfully. You can make serious dosh with that, but serious dosh to the point of insanity. I think, yeah, Looney Farm Sim guy said something similar, but if you're creating content, yeah, if you want to, I mean, well, even the gold mod that was in... my brain's still not working right. I can't think of people's names. Alien Gym. Yeah, Alien Gym's gold sort of feature. Even that was limited, so that it brought in a lot, but it was a lot that was limited. Like, yeah, whereas this is bringing a lot that's a lot, and that's just... So, yeah, he said it himself. It's a license to print money, and it really is. But that is going to fast get out of hand. So as much as it's good, I might remove it, because it's... I mean, the only other similar thing that I've ever found is the lime producing mod, but I always limited myself on that, in so much as if I'm going to dig stones up, I'll allow it, but only my stones. That way, it brings in a bit of a gush of money. I had a few thousand every time on No Man's Land, which was really useful. It helped, but it never overpowered it, because I never went and bought 60 tons from the multi-fruits buy-in thing, even though I'd got it, because that didn't reflect our effort. So as much as this is stupendous, and it truly is, I think it would be poison, truthfully. Looking at it, it was only Kevin suggested, and it is, yeah, I agree with him, it is stupendous. You don't even need to upgrade it to actually make this thing stupendous, truthfully. It really is. So I'm not sure. I'd appreciate everybody else's sort of thought, because if you think of the scale that we're on now, the amount of money that we could raise from this would be tens to hundreds of thousands per session. How many sessions is it going to take us to buy the 2 fields that I would want to do through growth, natural growth? and you can see my dilemma. I can buy any production, I can buy any sort of thing, and that's the balance of the game. Every single thing we've done on here has been literally, we've not cheated a single thing and not used anything super duper. Yeah, that's good, it produces 250 tons, but then the BGA is the slow point. It does, if I do the speed through the entire day thing, I think I can get 150 tons through it, maybe 200 if I'm lucky, and that's if you do it where you sleep. Once you've got it in, I'll get 75 odd things. It's proper cycles unless you speed through the day, so you need a bigger BGA to keep up with this. You truthfully would. I mean, this is now up to 540 tons of silage, because that's just cannot keep up with this. If we bought the industrial BGA, this would all of a sudden, you'd need 3 of these to keep with it. It's all multiplication, it's all maths, it truly is. The thing is, we are growing well. When you consider how long we've been here, it's at the 2nd year, it's the back end of the 2nd year that we've been here. Now, I don't think that's bad. I don't think that we having to, and all this equipment, a 500 horsepower tractor, a 360 horsepower tractor, well, we've got nearly 100 grand left if once we take that 70 grand left with that. Yes, we could do with a few more. And animals, so yeah, we could buy animals in one session, we could do this the next session, and then the let's play, we're going to ruin it, I think. But I would appreciate what everybody else thinks on this matter. When you look at the multiplication that this does, do we need this on top of this? And I mean, yeah, or is it just, I mean, the slurry yard's tongue-in-cheek, but that's like, I agree with the Looney Farm Sim guy. That is a license to print money, which is fantastic in a way, but is it? Is it? If you wish to destroy, like, I only know this because I did it in Lethbridge Hills, where I'd not ever used the industrial BGA before. And it was why I bought it into Romboz, because I knew Romboz could cope. We weren't worried about that, and I stopped doing the digestate in the winter because, and well, we were already in millions each year. We touched 1 million, 2 million, 3 millions on Romboz, and we spent a fortune on whatever equipment I wanted. That would be like that. It's like, yeah, you'd be the richest man on earth, and you literally be able to buy whatever you like, which is nice, but I prefer to earn it. I don't care if my equipment's all second hand. Well, it's not all second hand, but I don't care if it is. If we got, I mean, I love the sales for the fact that it introduces a random element, but yeah, you can't rely on it. I'm not ever going to fill in a let's play everything second hand, because you just can't do it. I've never ever seen that fall ever when going through the sales where you've got one of everything that you need to start a let's play. So but it does introduce that thing where I can't use Fence all the time. I don't always have an 1150 Fent, my favourite. I don't always have the Case Harvester. It introduces that random element that keeps me on my toes. I get a stayer, I'll get a whatever. And I like stayers now. I never did, but I've had that 210 horsepower one that is fantastic on a couple of let's plays now, and I do definitely, I've been converted. I like it now. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I would appreciate your comments on what you think, whether it is a good or a bad idea. In for the fact that I say, if you look at my Westbridge Hills, you will see the last episode, or the episode before, where we were a few 100 grand, where you could buy a few bits of equipment if you needed it, or buy another field. And then we went to like 3.5 million in one session because of how monstrous the industrial BGA is. And it's not the only one. That is monstrous. I can just literally put a few tons of seeds of the what are we after? Fertiliser, water and barley. And we can create our own fertiliser, so that would take us one set of, well no, actually it does it straight away. I could do that in an hour. Fertiliser, oh, and barley. That's so we'd be planting, if we were going to go with this, it would be barley, and it produces 1800 for that is stupendous. So yeah, please let me know what you think. As I said, having looked at this and gone through it, I think it's a bad idea from a let's play continuity and growth. I think it will kill it. I truly do. It has its place, Silverum, but again, I still think I'm going to have to limit myself with something, because that is, or find one that is not quite so super duper. I mean, I love the price, 40,000. It's not one of those 90,000 things. There are other things like the fuel mod. Let's have a quick look. Let's just, while we're on this thing, let's, yeah, I need to bring some money in, because remember, this is not, yeah, let's add 200,000, because this is not real money. This is going to be gone. So yeah, there is the fuel creating mod as well. There are more of these. I think I removed them though, because I thought that I didn't want to keep too many of the same type of mod. But looking at that now, I seriously think, looking at those stats, that it would destroy us. And I think there's some of these, the Productions revamp sets, that have also got something like that. Yes, seeds and fertilizer. Production for seeds and solid fertilizer. Again, not too bad. Let's have a look at the recipe while we're doing this, because it's not too bad. And let's have a look. What is that? Oh, the dairy, right. I've seen it before. Now then, I'm looking for the fuel producing one. I think it's further back. Yeah, the diesel one. And again, there are 3 or 4 of these, and some that are okay, and others that are like super duper, but also expensive. So again, you sometimes go, is it the Midwest that does it? Yes, ethanol. And this one was quite interesting. And 80,000. So yeah, it is a lot. It's the price of what nearly all of the originals were. So let's stick that down as well. We'll have a look at that. And oh, we might not have enough now for the other one. Let's have a look. Or I might have taken... no, fuel refiner I haven't. Right, let's have a look. That's typical. What last one? Alright, let's do that again. One last time. Fuel refinery. Now this is good, because this actually does things from the air. Now I like this one. Again, we shall see what the production... obviously, we all know we produce... Oh, my life, what on earth? It's all about the recipes, the cycles. So let's have a look in the inside menu. We don't really need to go that way. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, let's have a look at the productions. Yeah, the other thing is, I did notice this on Erlingrad. I did some testing of this little lot. You can have too many productions where they don't appear on your screen. It's like there's just not enough room. So the ethanol, again, we do corn as well. Now ethanol does appear. I did notice that. I didn't notice its price. Also, you get this corn gluten meal as an off thing as well. But you can see there's, yeah, I don't know how much this is. We'll have a quick look. Well, let's be thorough about our research. Diesel. Again, there's a lot of cycles, but I don't know that that's going to kill us. I think it's that bad. So we've also got, here we are, fuel refinery. Now that produces out of air, but the cycles aren't stupendous, so it's not going to kill us. That one likewise. Yeah, manure, methane, and the diesel one, where you're using your own diesel to actually produce energy. Again, is not gonna. It's gonna give you money, but not. It's not gonna kill you. These other ones, diesel from canola oil. Again, we'd have to see how much fuel is, but yeah, these are the weird ones where you get like quite a lot of loss, but it gets compost as well, which you can sell, and pig food, and a bit of methane. So yeah, that one I don't think is too awful. Ethanol and diesel again, but we'll have to look at the price of that quickly now. Is that it? Or are we missing something? Yeah, we've done the multi production. There we go, this one. Yeah, now this one is 500, plus 500 of either of any of others gives it. So that's the same as the one that we can see now, which is 1,000 for 1,000. Yeah. So you're basically putting 500 and you get it. So yeah, it's a straight swap. And so is that. But that's a straight swap for something that's not worth that much. And I like that one because it's 1,000, but the recipe's not gonna, it's 1,000, so that's 144, is that 144,000 you could actually get from that? Yeah, it's 1,000, isn't it? It's the final recipe, so that is a lot of 144 tons of solid fertilizer. That likewise is enough to kill Let's Play. So maybe even that one's a little bit too stupendous, really. Again, like that one, like 1,800. Yeah, I think that is. I mean, that could go out. I mean, obviously the other thing is it's how much you've got in the first place, but that seriously would soon get out of hand. So we've got tons of that. If you've got slurry on hand as well, a ton for a ton at the price that you get for that. Let's just have a quick look. Let's put our money where our mouth is, because yeah, I mean, it is also about how much you're doing. If you're limiting, it's got to be us ourselves, and that's a different matter. So seeds, solid fertilizer, we looked 3,000. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money. And what was the other thing? Ethanol and diesel. Yeah, I'm not seeing. One gone. Fishes, daisies, flowers, ethanol. Yeah, there's no selling point. So again, yeah, and these ones. So we'd have to put the sell point down. The sell everything. Diesel fuel. Have I gone past it, or is it another thing that doesn't show on this because? Surely you can buy diesel. We can buy it to fill up our thing. Probably gone past it. Diesel. So really it is what it is, which is 2,200 and odd per thing. So again, diesel's worth quite a lot. So that production that produces diesel might cost a lot, but yeah, you get 1,000 that produces 1,005. Now sunflowers, again, it's a low yielding crop, but it does produce a lot. So again, you could, I mean, I don't think it's much more than actually you're selling the canola oil and the sunflower oil already. I suppose we could have a look at that. Could, this is true. Yeah, it's less. So it's a bad move from that. I'm actually making far less than I would be if I did just the normal. Yeah, why would I want to do that unless the fuel's much more? Yeah, I mean, that's a bad move. It really is. Yeah. So that's not a good way of making money. Only this is, you're going to get your electric charge from your methane and your diesel. So does that produce? No, it's just a straight swap. That is 1,000 for 1,500. But we've seen that the recipe, I can get 2.5 times the amount for canola oil straight off. So the recipe's actually quite bad. So that would be a way of losing money, apart from the fact that you're going to make some money, which we could test from all of those solar panels and all the rest of it, and the energy from that. But yeah, anyway, I've bent your ear enough. We'll have a look at the ethanol one though in the future. I'm going to put, in fact, yeah, let's do it now. Let's finish this off. No point in half doing something. Selling points. Let's sell everything. There we go. You will do nicely. Doesn't really matter about anything else. Now we should have a point that actually will buy ethanol. Let's have a look. See, can I find it again in this little lot? Soybean. Compost. How much does compost sell for? That's quite a lot. Yeah, there may be some of those recipes that are Yeah, I mean the ethanol is 3, and you would get 200 produces 50 and 150, so it would then do the corn gluten. So how much do you get for that? Yeah, I think when you consider how low corn is, the fact that you get ethanol from it, now that is not bad. Now soybean, yes, I mean corn of those 3 probably is a good little earner because of the actual how much corn you get from a cornfield. So that's probably of all of those the best one. They produce diesel though, so 200 you're gaining some diesel and some of that other thing which is only worth a little bit, so that's a 150 loss to get that waste product and 50 things. So again, I think the only thing that's going to do you good on that is probably corn, if I'm honest, looking at that logically. Anyway, I have bent your ear long enough, but it is pure mathematics, it truly is. That is a license to print money, but I think it would fast go out of hand and would kill a Let's Play very quickly. Anyway, let me know what you think. Yeah, truthfully. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I truly do hope that you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye